Hello everybody, it's Demon here. Thank you so much for tuning into the Demon Cast. You're listening to Clash of Dragons, episode 24. So, last time we worked on the Blackwater stuff, we had Chang and Bilili, mostly Chang, was running around attempting to assassinate the, who's that guy? He's the Earl, not Jarl, Earl. I said it right. I said it right this time because I haven't played Skyrim in quite a while.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Yes. Anyway, so did not make the shot. Ran like a little bitch. Got caught. Escaped. That's how things happen. You guys know that the next magistrate is coming on in. You know her name is Brana. She is a Fire Islander, of course. And she should be there in a couple days. So You're expecting a nice grand procession for her or something when one of your people come up to Daniel, kind of just a half-elf guy, runs some of the shadier stuff, looks at you kind of nervously. Sir?
What is it?
Just a slight problem. Brana, who is supposed to be here, tomorrow? She's been in town for a week.
What?
She's been apparently in town for a week, not advertising herself, just kind of staying at several of the inns and talking to a bunch of the peoples.
And tell me, how did you not find this out sooner?
We didn't exactly know what to look for. We were. She has a schedule. She's supposed to be here tomorrow.
I think I'll be finding a replacement soon, sir.
Okay.
You can leave now.
Yes, sir. Goodbye. He's gonna take off and skip town. So that's a thing.
Daniel's not happy.
No. Probably shouldn't be. I know that the original plan was to get some scryers on her and take a whole bunch of notes. So, honestly, that's what guys are gonna end up doing for the next month. You've got your people ready, and they can start working a day earlier than previously thought.
Yep.
Bilili has been working on her Draconic, because that was important. And as the reports of what this lady does starts filing in, she's going to start learning how to impersonate this person.
Okay.
Okay. So, you've been watching Brana for the last month or so. Bilili is confident she can replace her. No problems. So, you've been working on a plan. And you're sending Brana a message, right?
Yes. We're sending a message to Brana to invite her to a charity dinner. We're going to be discussing... Well, not... The best way to put it is that it's a dinner where we're discussing a group of people possibly donating to a charity organization of her choosing.
Yes. Which is something she is obviously into. And another thing, some other things to note about her. She makes weekly reports to the Praetor. She is holed up in the castle. So she keeps her bedchambers there, as opposed to just a random house, like the last guy did. Probably more for her protection, as the last guy was assassinated while he was sleeping.
Mm-hmm. Brutally.
Yes. But we wouldn't know anything about that now, would we?
No.
Anyway, it's other things is she doesn't have too heavy of an accent, which is important. She carries around 2 guards. One is a halfling, and the other is an elf. Your halfling person is much more of the sneakier type. The elf is much more of the I'm going to hit you really hard type. They walk around in more like plain clothes. They're not big armored guards, so they're kind of like the ones that you would not expect. So you are expecting them. You've made your plans, and you did find that she has accepted your offer for this charity thing. And the dinner will be tonight.
Perfect.
So, we're all going to go get set up. When is this happening? This is dusk, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, the entourage arrives at one of your guild halls that you have specified. And she and her 2 guards are escorted up towards the upper business rooms. And, yeah. You should probably say hello.
Hello and welcome to our dinner.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me here.
The pleasure's all mine.
I'm Brana. Second generation. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay. Brana, 2nd generation child of Akaresh, Magister of Berkenstead.
Daniel, I simply am an owner of various businesses.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
So, what I'd like to discuss, as you heard from our offer, is possibly a bunch of my businesses donating to a cause of your choosing.
Yes, I'm very interested in improving the situation for the people here in Berkenstead.
I noticed you seem to be very interested in helping out the poor around here.
Oh, yes.
I admire that.
I am from Fire Isles, and we certainly have plenty of poor, but our poor tend to have all their needs met in general. Here seems very strange. I feel it's more of a cultural thing, so we are trying to work this out.
Okay. Very interesting. All right, well, come on in.
She will give you a nod, almost like a slight bow type thing, but kind of ends up being a nod. Mm-hmm. You can seat her down. She has her 2 people. They kind of flank her for a while, and they set themselves a little bit distant from her in such a way that each can watch her and the others back. So, clearly, pretty good people. One's a little halfling man. He seems rather cheerful. The other elf guy doesn't smile. Just whatever. Yeah.
What an asshole.
Oh, he's always like that. Just ignore him. Quite a nice room you got here.
Well, thank you. It's we've been preparing it just for this meeting.
Oh, good. So, in casual conversation, I'm going to want you to roll a bluff check.
Great. Okay. 10 plus 10.
That is not good. All right.
It's not an immediate destruction, right?
No, not an immediate destruction. You want to roll me a sense motive.
Sure. Oh, perfect. 16 plus 10.
That's probably going to do it. Yeah. So you could just see that she's picking up little red flags. Yeah, you might want to bring in your entertainers about now.
Okay. The entertainers come in and begin to play very soothing and relaxing music.
All right. It kind of takes some attention towards it, but everybody's going to have to make will saves.
Okay. All of them?
Give me a second. I want to look up a spell quick. Okay, I'm recording now. That particular thing is not going to help so much. But could you do me a favor and roll a d20 plus 1?
Yes, I can. Hold on. Oh, 16 plus 1.
17. The DC for this particular guy. Where'd it go? It's 21. All right. Can you roll me a d20 plus 1 again? Oh,
sure,
wait.
Give me 1 second.
Plus 3. Elfiness.
13 plus 3.
That still does not succeed. Now the difficult one. Roll me a d20 plus 10.
Okay. Which character is this?
This is Brana.
Okay. Yeah, 15 plus 10.
Okay, that is 25, which beats it only by 4. So, it is suggested that everybody watches the entertainer for a minute as Brana excuses herself to go to the bathroom. And Brana looks at the young lady who suggested that she do this, like, what? And she's going to roll a sense motive. You want to give me a d20 plus 8?
Sure.
Wait, I'm sorry. d20 plus 20 fucking 7?
9 plus 27.
This girl's got good sense motive, but I don't think it's that good. Nope. She rolled a 9. So yeah, this one of your demonic friends here is like, "Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought maybe you I'm sorry. I'm just not thinking clearly." And everyone was like, "Oh, okay." So, we have hit that particular snag where the two people, the two guards, turn to go look at to basically stare at the entertainers. And Brana is not paying attention to the entertainers, which brings it to plan, was this C? This is plan C, right?
Yes.
Yes. Those were mage people, right?
I think so.
Let's look at Ray of Enfeeblement. Button. Alright. You are going to roll me a d20 plus 6. Twice.
Okay. 14 plus 6 is 20.
That's going to hit.
And 2 plus 6.
6, 7, 8. That's not going to hit. Bad news for you. So, Next thing, give me a fort save. A D20 plus 4.
For him or me?
This is Brana. Basically, she gets hit with 1 ray of enfeeblement. Which may be good, maybe bad. You're rolling a fort save for her. So what is it plus 4?
Okay. 7 plus 4.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Guess what?
What?
That's not good enough. She takes the full hit of it. Sadly, that's only 1d6. Is it plus anything? Ooh. Subject takes a penalty plus to strength equal to 1d6 plus 1 per 2 caster levels. So that's a 3. So give me a d6 plus 3.
D6 plus 3? Okay. 3 plus 6. Or, did I do that right?
You rolled a 6?
No, I rolled a 3.
3 plus 3?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. That's fine. Now, big guy is going to go grapple Brana from her chair and wrestle her out. She's going to get an action. She's going to realize she can't stand up very well. And let me take a look at her spells for a second. On its turn, subject... Alright. She's going to look at you and cast a spell.
Okay.
Roll me a will save.
What's my will again? Will is 4. Okay, 20. 20 plus 4.
Oh, you pass. She looks at you and demands to know what's going on.
Do we have any more grenades?
And then the big guy behind her is going to grab a hold of her.
Perfect.
Yes. Roll me a d6 plus... d20 plus 6 for this big guy's grapple attempt.
D20 plus 6?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, 13 plus 6.
Nice. Her current CMD is 9, as she is weakened. This big guy kind of comes up behind her, puts a hand over her mouth, grabs her by the torso area, and just kind of pulls her and her chair out away while her guards are staring at the entertainer. Bilili comes in, all dressed up like her and looking like Brana, and sits down and watches this thing as this lady gets dragged into the back and knocked out. Congratulations, you have captured one Fire Islander magistrate. So, what happens next is the performer stops playing as a person runs in and informs you that the other people who are supposed to be here for this dinner are not showing up, which is terrible news, and you should probably apologize to Brana.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brana. It appears that the other people are not coming. Hope you enjoyed our dinner, but I'm afraid that's all.
That's it? Then why aren't they coming?
I don't know, I'm going to have a word with them. It sounds like they just don't want to show up. Maybe I don't know.
Well...
Maybe they were busy.
She'll stand up from her chair. Her other people will come up.
I pledge that we will donate, however. I will have to talk it over with them personally. What charity, just for ahead of time, would you like us to donate to?
Well, I'm currently working with the church in the slum district to get people better food, really. Just kind of a granary type thing through the church, since they no longer really have the gods to deal with, so they're, I guess, serving the people more? I guess that's a good thing of this.
Well, something definitely will be done.
Okay. I appreciate this, Daniel.
No problem.
Thank you for playing host to this, though. So, motion to them. Shall we go? And you can let her out. And,
Okay.
There you go.
Perfect.
Goodbye, Big Lady. So yeah. Let's discuss the coming month. Is Daniel going to be taking any type of residence up into the castle area? Once you get Bilili impersonating Brana into there, you get your Earl and his wife like the snap of a finger.
Okay.
So you can consider that done. You basically have Berkhamsted.
Yes. I've waited so long for this.
Are you taking up a residency at the keep?
Me?
Yes,
Daniel?
you.
Sure.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't affect my security.
Exactly. Another thing that you would have done is set up kind of a impromptu thing to have people come and display useful stuff. Magic things and whatnot. And you're having one of these exposition type things, kind of like a science fair, only not, I guess. So you got several people here to display their stuff that they want you to, I guess, look into or something. This has been pre-planned and whatnot. So first table has this girl. I will post a picture. Give me a second. Alright. So I posted this person's picture to Discord. I guess average-sized young lady. Wears boots, pants, and a shirt that is completely open in the back, but still covers her endowments with a like another piece of fabric that wraps around. Fairly pale skin for Ironhold people, and has blonde hair that's so blonde it's basically white. Actually, it might be white, but a slight tinge of blonde. It's hard to tell.
I believe it's white and the light gives it a blonde look.
Yeah, something like that. It's a little off for most of the average people around here. And on top of that, at her table, she is setting up a large mechanical spider. So yeah, you can think of your Wild West type spider, only on a much smaller scale, something the size of a large cat.
Perfect. It's a miniature giant spider.
Yes, it's a miniature giant spider. It's got some of these black crystal type things sticking out of it. And she seems to be fiddling around with a burner or something underneath it to get something warmed up. And she sees you approaching, and she kind of like looks up at you and says, "We're not done yet."
Okay. Do you need more time?
Can you give us a couple minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. She goes back to
I
fiddling
start.
with this
I
thing.
start. I move on to the other tables and then come back to her later.
Few tables of stuff that's just like, seriously, why are you even here? You should go away. There's nothing useful. You did come up to like this wizard-looking guy who's got a large rock hovering a foot off the table and with a big smug look on his face.
Okay. What are you smug about?
Permanent levitation.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
So it's a little complicated on spells. You've got to inscribe runes on different things. But as long as you have the runes describing the actual structure, you can levitate things. Takes a little bit of magic. It is a sustained thing, and I think I can get this thing to be movable. Of course, this is just a demonstration. I'm thinking like something the size of a house.
Okay.
Not interested?
Well, it sounds interesting, but I'm trying to think of major practical uses.
Oh, well, you know how airships are really expensive, right?
Yeah.
Well, you could have a larger airship that is mostly made of a harder material and can't easily be shot down.
Okay, now you've got my interest.
Oh, good. So definitely much cheaper because you don't require all that stuff. You just need, build the damn thing, have somebody knowledgeable to inscribe all the runes and whatnot, and drive it. Though I'm thinking I could probably hook up some type of system where anyone could drive it. Could be useful. Maybe.
Well, we'll take it.
Great. I can start working on a larger production next week.
Perfect. Look forward to working with you.
Oh, good. You will vigorously shake your hand. Honestly, nothing else really showed up of any use. Some guys got really nice, fancy firearms, which, being as this is Ironhold, isn't super amazing. Like, yeah, that's really good quality, and you would know, but...
Well, let's see what kind of guns they have.
Well, he has an assortment of different guns. Hi, sir.
Hello, what kind of guns do you have? What are the most powerful ones?
Well, we got some rifles here. It's a
Kind of
fine piece
rifles.
of work. Take a look. He hands it to you.
Okay.
Basic rifle. It's pretty mundane looking. Doesn't have a lot of filigree or nothing. It's got an open break. You just pull this lever down, it breaks open, and you can put a metal cartridge in it instead of dumping powder down the thing. So it's not a musket loader. It's very accurate.
All right.
Overall, the
take
guns itself is not very interesting. Like, seems rather mundane.
Well, thank you anyway.
Oh? What's wrong? No filigree? Is that your thing?
We're looking for weapons of exceptional power and quality.
Oh. So mass production's not on your thing.
We're looking for specialized weapons for specific scenarios, not necessarily arming is something we'll be worrying about later.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
Well, with mass production, how many guns would you be able to manufacture?
I built this in a day.
How easy would it be to teach an assembly line?
basically, with the parts and whatnot, with the current specs, as long as you could get people to listen, the average idiot could build one a day. If you put it in an assembly line, I'm thinking you could probably make 5 people. You might be able to pull out 10 or 20 a day.
All right. Now I'm interested.
See, you were looking at this like it was very plain, and it is a very plain gun, but it's cast molded and drilled out through, and didn't take me weeks on end.
All right, well,
You should come by my shop sometime. I'll show you the procedure.
I will definitely do that.
I knew I'd get your business.
I go back to the lady with the mechanical spider.
All right. She's excitedly kind of bubbling as you get closer. We are ready.
Yes, show me this spider.
All right. She just kind of like taps it a little bit, and it starts walking forward. It just starts walking towards the edge of the table, towards you. Very interesting on how it moves. You know, it looks like an actual spider, but you know, if it just goes in a straight line, that's nothing. And it looks like it's about to fall off the edge. You gonna catch it?
I hold out my hand to catch it.
Okay. It gets to the edge. It puts a leg over the edge, and then the whole thing stops. And like the head portion kind of swivels around, looks to the left and to the right, up, down, kind of places. Seems to follow the line of the table. It takes a step back, turns itself, and heads off to the left.
I'm impressed, but how would this be useful to us?
I have no idea. But that's just a thing. That was just kind of to show the intelligence that it can do stuff. Really, this was just more of an experiment for me. I'm working on extra long digits and stuff.
You mean digits as in fingertips?
Well, in this case, spider legs, but yes.
Interesting.
See, the cabling, I got it switched down to only like a couple different motors instead of like a whole bunch. Normally you would need a motor in each little limb thing, and that causes weight and causes other issues. This uses a system of cables and stuff, so you'll need a couple.
Okay.
Oh,
This is a lot to take in.
and we know what you're really doing here.
Oh, do you?
We do.
What am I doing here?
She kind of looks around at the people around here and says, "We work for Angela."
Oh. I smile.
Is there any type of thing that you would need?
Well, if you could invent something that would better serve us in our, I presume you know our true plan, then would you be able to invent anything to ensure victory?
Immediately.
Okay.
What
is this immediate thing?
Like, as soon as we're done talking, I'll go find out what we need.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
She grabs a hold of this spider, picks up her bag, and starts running off. Bye!
Bye. Shut up, kitty.
That was kind of weird.
That was a little weird. Okay.
Start the recording. So, this happens later. So, a couple weeks after your expo type thing, you've done some more talking with specific people, and you've gotten a foreman to rework the city. We're starting with the keep. And your foreman knows what's going on. All his workers just know what work needs to be done. And they've selected a center point centered at the courtyard of the keep. It's got a good balance to it because the keep's kind of on one side and then the barracks and stuff are on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And you walk out into the courtyard a day later and notice a sapling. Like a just a little oak sapling. It's about 3 feet tall. Right where the center mark would be.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't there yesterday. Or at least you're pretty sure it wasn't there yesterday. You doing anything about that?
I think I want to investigate it.
Okay. You got an Arcana?
Knowledge Arcana?
Yeah.
No. Wait. No.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception is a very good skill of mine. Okay. 18 plus 10.
It's 28. All right. You get down on your hands and knees and take a look at this little oak tree. It looks, for the most part, a very mundane oak tree. It doesn't look like anybody planted it. There is no disturbed earth at all. There's no way it could have grown 3 feet in a night. You don't find the acorn shell that it would have come from. And there's just something eerie about it.
I think so. Is there any way I could roll to determine if that isn't someone in disguise?
I think with a perception check that high, I could have given you something.
Yeah, because I think Daniel would think that maybe someone's disguised as that tree.
Oh, yeah. With a perception check that high, I think that you can stare at it long enough to actually think it's growing at a rate that's within your vision.
What do I do about this? Daniel ponders. Any ideas?
No. It's
Okay.
all up to you.
Okay. Daniel's going to poke it.
Okay. It feels like a tree.
Okay. I pick up a rock and try to balance it on top, or rather, I pick up a rock, put it on the tree, and just hold it there with my hand, and then watch it to see how fast it grows.
Okay. So you're just kind of like timing it?
Yeah.
By your estimates, if you came out noon tomorrow, instead of 3 feet tall, it'd be 6 feet tall.
All right. He's going to break off a twig.
You do that.
I examine it.
It looks like a twig.
Does it do anything further?
Nope.
Does the twig do anything? Okay. Can I contact Angela about this?
Yes.
Great. Do I still have that mental link with her?
No, you do not have a mental link with any of them.
Okay. Daniel heads out to tell Angela about this.
Okay, you tell Andrew about the tree. She doesn't give a shit.
Perfect.
Why are you worried about a tree?
Well, you see, it's growing at an alarming rate. It's 3 feet now, and it'll be 6 feet by tomorrow.
Get a mage to look at it.
Okay. Right then. I head off to find a mage that would help me.
Okay. Roll me a d20 plus 10.
2 plus 10.
12. That's terrible.
Great.
Well, there's some type of magical aura, but I can't quite place it.
I glare at the person.
What? It's a fast-growing tree. It could be a slow-going feather token. Could be I don't know, maybe like a dryad tree. In my knowledge, I've heard they grow quickly. It might be some type of spell just to make it grow fast.
Dryad, you say?
Yeah, that's it. It's dryads.
You have no idea, do you?
I'm just throwing out options, mate. I said I don't know.
Okay. You are dismissed. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I'll get back to work, sir.
That was useless. So, can I roll again?
You can roll again tomorrow.
All right.
Okay, 6 foot tall now.
Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna roll again. Great. 12 plus 10.
Pretty good. This thing is shooting out lateral roots in 3 directions.
Okay. And tell me, how is it dangerous in any way?
Doesn't appear to be. Honestly, just appears to be
Alright.
a weird, fast-growing tree.
I'm hesitant to cut it down. I think it could be useful, but I don't know what for.
Daniel and the Mystery of the Tree.
Giving tree. He doesn't want to wait any longer for it to grow too tall or for it to do whatever it's trying to do. Is there anything any specific person he can seek out? Would he be able to roll for that knowledge?
Well, what do you specifically want to do? Just identify it?
He wants to know its purpose, why it got there, or at the very least, what it's capable of doing.
You could roll me a diplomacy to get a few people to look at it.
Okay. Sounds good. All he wants to really do is verify that it isn't going to destroy everyone. Okay. 11 plus 9.
11 plus 9. That's a 20. That's a pretty good roll. You get a few people out here. Magic guy says it seems divine.
Divine.
Yes, it's got a magical aura about it, but it's not an arcane aura. It's a divine aura.
Didn't we lose all our gods, though?
Ask a cleric? I think the answer is no. I think it's just the Ilia that left, as far as I know, and that the prime deities are still in existence. But I don't know a lot about the gods, so the ones most people care about left.
All right.
Next day,
Yeah, next day.
this tree is now 12 feet tall.
It's doubling.
It's still kind of spindly.
It's logarithmic, isn't it?
Somewhat, yes.
So it's growing at an alarming rate. Said it's spindly, so you can't really climb it that well.
Not yet. Give it a week.
All right, so Daniel remarks that at this rate it's going to go up into the clouds, and then it gives up and ignores it.
Okay. You give it a week. It starts to look like a young oak tree. Trunk probably only, 5 inches thick at the base. Getting that nice oak bark. It's looking fairly nice for a tree. The three kind of root things that it went out kind of stick up above the surface at exact intervals, like the exact distance away from the tree on each side. So that's interesting. And your dwarf foreman person comes out and says, "Boss, about that tree in the courtyard?
Yeah.
The roots are getting into the lower tunnels."
What?
Yeah, the roots are getting into the lower tunnels.
What are we... Okay, how big of a deal is this?
Well, normally when trees get into the tunnels, they start splitting the rocks apart and causing problems. This is doing something a little weird. It's sticking through and then kind of netting around the stone to make it stronger.
Okay, this is very confusing. I can't quite tell if this thing is damaging or not. I can't tell if it's a parasite or a symbiote.
Well, yeah, just informing you. I'll notify you if there's any actual structural problems. But weird tree, roots and tunnels. I don't know.
I inform Angela about this again.
Angela comes and looks at the tree. Are you out there with her?
Yes.
Okay. There's a crow in the tree. It goes, ah!
Oh.
Ah. Ah. What's the crow sound like? Blah, blah.
Ah!
Yeah, kind of like that one. Ah! I can't do it. I fail it. I fail at jamming.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's getting into the tunnels. I don't know. A little worried. Because it's not just... It's not like normal roots. It's not ripping apart the rocks. Instead, it's binding to it.
Strange tree is binding your rocks.
I really can't tell its purpose. I can't tell if this is a boon or not.
Seems like some kind of omen.
Yeah.
She tries to shoo the crow away. Just kind of like looks at her and caws. I don't like that crow.
It's just a crow.
I swear it looks right through me.
That's what crows do. They've got beady eyes.
Okay.
Now who's being paranoid?
She glares at the crow. It caws.
I half-heartedly roll a perception check on the crow. Okay, 3 plus 10.
13?
Yeah.
It's a crow.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, if it causes any problems, chop it down.
Yes. Already thought about that.
I'm gonna get back to work. She stares at the tree and the crow for another minute before actually leaving.
Yeah, Daniel is very unconvinced that the crow is of any danger.
Okay. So, let's talk about the next day. As the tree continues to fill itself out. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. 12 plus 10.
12 plus 10. 22. That's pretty good. You notice a mark in this tree, in the center of the trunk, starting to form.
Mm-hmm.
It looks very familiar.
Can I get any more information besides that?
It
Familiar
looks,
how?
It looks like... Well, roll me a religion check.
Okay, I don't have knowledge in anything besides mechanical.
Okay, intelligence check.
Engineering. Okay, so that's literally just a d20.
Yeah.
17.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's the will-o-wisp symbol type thing, which is generally the sigil of the essence of all, or the goddess of life, or god of life, or whatever it is.
Okay.
One of the sisters. So it's one of the prime symbol of one of the prime deities.
Well, this could be a huge deal.
Could be.
Could be.
The crow stares at you.
What do you want, Crow?
Gah!
I sigh. I'm going to roll another perception check on the crow. Okay. 9 plus 10.
It's very shiny feathers. It's slightly large for a crow, and, wait. Oh, yeah. You know something very important about this crow.
What's that?
It's a raven.
I tossed it a breadcrumb.
It eats the breadcrumb.
Perfect.
Catches it flawlessly. Consumes it.
Oh, I like ravens.
Gah! So, you want to know what happens the next day?
Yes, but this is also a raven.
That is also a raven.
I assume you've watched Teen Titans.
No, I am too old.
I hate you. You
So,
know nothing.
You go there the next day. You remember those spots above the lateral root type things that poke their ways out of the ground and made they're almost 3 platforms. Almost like bowls, actually. They divot in like a bowl and go back under the ground. They're the same, they're equal distance away from the tree trunk in 3 different directions. One of them has a little water droplet that forms about 8 inches above and then drops into like this little tiny pool into this bowl made by this root. And it keeps doing that. The other one has this little flame, like if there was a match there or something, and that's about 8 inches above above this tree type thing, or this tree root. And the other one has like a little crystalline rock thing just kind of floating there, 8 inches above the root.
I look at the crow and I say, I'm going to cut down this tree if you don't tell me what's going on.
Ha 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 ha! That's the best crow laugh I could give.
Okay, birds don't laugh, so you can cut the jig.
Ah!
Uh-huh. Daniel is unconvinced at the crow's attempt to blend in again.
It takes flight. It heads east.
I head east.
You head east?
Yes.
Okay. You take a walk through the town. You don't see the crow, or the raven. It goes pretty quickly. When you get back, it's back in the tree.
Listen to me, you little shit. I'm going to cut it down tomorrow unless you tell me what's going on.
It tilts its head at you.
Ugh. I sigh and I head to Angela. The bird is mocking you.
That was a raven, not a mockingbird.
I said bird.
How is it mocking you?
It laughed at me. Birds don't even laugh.
Well, I don't like it, okay? Creeps me out.
I don't like it either. I just want to know why it's doing that.
I don't know.
I don't know why the tree's there.
So, Daniel, what are you going to do?
Daniel is very confused. He doesn't know if he should cut it down immediately or leave it and see what it does. He doesn't like the crow. He just...
Well, as the days go by, it stops, logarithmically growing. It does seem to put on some girth to it and continue to grow, but it's not so noticeable anymore. There's almost constantly a crow there, and there's all those little things around this area. It's a really nice tree.
Yes, but what purpose does it serve? He's trying to figure out. It's obviously been placed there, so why?
I don't know.
God damn it.
I think that's where we're going to end it for today.